everybody, it's Cheyenne and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just going to be a little update of the coronavirus and what my office is doing now to help protect its employees from it, and just in my general area what's happening. I do live in Southern Oregon, so I just wanted to keep you guys posted. I got lots of comments on my last video just describing what's happened in your area or within your office. So I want to keep this as an open platform just to kind of keep people informed of what's happening all around, you know, if you live in larger cities or smaller cities, and then if you're working in an office, what other offices are doing. So yeah, I just want to keep this going and keep everyone updated. So as of Monday, my office officially closed until April 1st, and we possibly might be closed even longer. I worked Monday and Tuesday because we are just seeing ER patients. But that being said, we're only allowing one dentist, one DA, and one CA within the office. So with me working in office, I had 6 dental assistants. We only got 2 shifts each. So I work those shifts Monday, Tuesday, and I don't return to work until April 1st, unless we're told that this is gonna last longer, and then they'll let us know our schedule. And at first, we weren't going to be getting paid. We were going to have to use our PTO, which I barely had any. So I was very stressed out, and I actually filed for unemployment. But then as of yesterday, I found out that our office is actually paying for 2 weeks. They're adding some hours into our PTO fund to help us through this time, which is amazing because I was very stressed, and I'm sure a lot of people are stressed. And with that being said, if you guys are laid off during this time, I hope that your office is helping you out in some way. But if not, you can file for unemployment. They have changed the regulations for unemployment that if you're getting reduced hours, that you can file for it and receive some kind of benefits. So definitely look up your state's unemployment and file for that as soon as you can if you are without hours right now, because a lot of people are signing up for benefits, so they might be a little bit backed up. So you definitely want to get on top of that. I did speak to someone from unemployment, and they said that they were approving unemployment or paying out people that were on reduced hours due to the coronavirus. So yeah, that's always an option if you're not getting paid. I also want to address some of the comments that I got on my last video. I was really shocked to see that some people were still working within their office, but they were, since we are low on gloves and masks, or we don't have the proper mask to protect us from those certain aerosols, that they were using the same mask for multiple procedures, or told to use the same mask for multiple procedures, that they didn't have the mask that they need. That's really sad to me. And since I've posted that video, the CDA has made a statement and OSHA has made a statement, and I'll put OSHA's statement up here, but it says that all offices need to be following this certain protocol, and then if they're not, they need to be working reduced hours or only seeing emergency patients to protect their staff from the coronavirus. And I know working within an office that's making you do these things, it's a struggle because you need your hours, you want to make sure you're going to keep your job, but you also want to make sure you're protected. So if you're working within an office that's having you use the same mask for multiple patients, or that's not taking this very seriously, it's hard, but you're going to need to speak up, because this is something that you need to protect yourself from, and your office needs to be following these regulations. And I'm hoping that since OSHA released these statements and the CDA released some statements, that offices are starting to follow these protocols and are taking this a little bit more seriously. I worked Monday and Tuesday, and like I said, we're just seeing emergency patients. So these are patients with trauma. It's supposed to be bleeding, swelling, severe pain, things like that. People that need to be seen. And I was still shocked how many patients were upset because we weren't seeing them, or we were triaging over the phone and we said that, they didn't need to be seen. I also had this one patient that came in, and he actually just walked into our office, and he said that he had some extractions done the week prior, and he was noticing some pus pockets on his extraction sites and some swelling. So he wanted to have us take a look at it and make sure there wasn't any infection. And so we did, because of course, if there is infection, he needs to get some antibiotics. So that is an emergency. And I pulled him back and I sat him in the operatory, and he looked up at me and said, yeah, I haven't been feeling good the past couple of days, and I just want to make sure that it's not the flu, or I want to make sure if it's the flu or if it's these extraction sites. And I was like, what the heck? So luckily I was already fully PPE'd up. I had my gown on, my glasses, my mask, I had gloves on. But I went in and talked to my dentist, and I'm like, this guy says he's sick, and he wants to know if this is extraction sites or if he has the flu. Like, come on, people. And this is what's frustrating me about this coronavirus. It is scary to me how fast everything can shut down. It's very scary to me. But it's people like this that are not taking it seriously, which really scares me. Because, yes, me, I'm a healthy, younger person. If I were to get the coronavirus, I probably could, get over it and be fine. But I'm taking precautions. If I'm carrying the coronavirus, or if I have it within my system and I meet somebody that's older or doesn't have a good immune system, I could give that to them and they might not survive. So that's why it's important. I feel that it's so irresponsible right now to be going out in the world if you're sick, because you might be carrying the coronavirus and you might be healthy enough to fight it off, but other people are not healthy enough to fight it off. So please, if you're feeling sick, just stay home. And if you are working in an office that is seeing emergency patients, if somebody comes in and they're sick, do not see them. And I know that's hard, but you can still prescribe them antibiotics and things like that, or your dentist can, not you. But just send them home, unless your dentist feels that you guys need to see them, because again, it's irresponsible right now, guys. It's just, I was so disappointed in this guy because we see him, my dentist is like, well, he's here already, so let's just check him out and make sure they're not infected. They weren't infected, they were healing properly. It wasn't pus, it was a scab, and he had slight swelling, but it was mostly because the extractions were very difficult and they were just swollen a little bit from trauma from the extraction. So they weren't infected at all. And he just exposed us to, who knows what he had. He could have had the coronavirus, who knows. But you just exposed the whole office of people. Like, you came in, you talked to our receptionist, you exposed her to it. You exposed me and the dentist to it. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, I wish people would take this more seriously. But yes, so my office is closed until April 1st, until we receive further notice. But I just found out this week too that our schools within Oregon are closed until April 28th. So I'm really wondering if we're going to be closed until April 28th as well, or at least until school's back in session. I'm not quite sure how long this is all going to take. We do have family in California, and they live kind of like 45 minutes outside of San Francisco, and they actually received a notice for an in-home shelter, and they're supposed to be staying within their home until April 7th, unless they work in the medical field or things that are open like grocery stores and things like that. They can basically go to work if it's within those fields, but if they don't, they need to be staying home, and then everyone's supposed to be staying within their home until April 7th. So kind of a lockdown type of situation. So I'm wondering when that's going to be happening to other states as well. But yeah, so I know this is a hard time for everybody. And like I said earlier in this video, I just wish people would not be irresponsible. It's very irresponsible right now to be traveling. I still see friends of mine like traveling to Hawaii and traveling out of the States and doing their vacations. And I understand, like, you've had vacations planned for a long time and you want to go do these things, but it's just really irresponsible right now. And you might not be somebody that's going to be affected by it. You might be healthy enough to fight this off, but there are a lot of people that aren't, and that's the scary part. And I'm very happy that I'm a healthy person, but people that are out there that have bad immunity problems, or that are elderly, or, younger children, like infants and things like that, I'd be terrified, because there are so many people that are just not taking this seriously. And that's what's going to get us in trouble, unfortunately. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you an update of my office and what we're doing right now. I wanted to let you guys know that you can file for unemployment if needed. Definitely check your state's guidelines, but I'm pretty sure most states are offering help for the coronavirus. And there's lots of information floating around right now. I've seen something about Trump's going to be sending out $1,000 checks to people, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm curious to see what's happening. I'm just gonna keep filming videos during this time because I'm at home. I'm bored too. Like I cleaned my whole house yesterday. I organized a bunch of stuff. I was thinking about going through like my closet and like cleaning up my shoes and everything. But yeah, I'm a little bored, but I'm just gonna be filming videos during this time, and I hope you guys are staying safe and just thinking of others in this time as well. And I really hope your offices are taking this seriously. It made me really sad to read some of those comments. And yeah, I know it's hard too to stand up for yourself, especially when it's your job within your office. But yeah, during this time, we all just need to be responsible and thinking of others as well. So I hope your office is doing that. With that being said, if your office is still open, there are a few things you can do just to help protect yourself even more from the virus. You can use a rubber dam during treatment to help the spread of aerosols. You can have the patient rinse with like chlorhexidine or hydrogen peroxide mixed with some water to help the bacteria out of their their mouth and their throat area. They could gargle with it. You could also, if you wear a gown during procedures, you could switch that out every procedure. Make sure you have a brand new gown that's nice and clean. Try to avoid using like a high-speed handpiece because that does have more aerosols. Just things like that to help you be more protected during this time. So if you are open during this time, you could suggest those things to your dentist just to try to help prevent the spread of aerosols. But yeah, all right guys, well, I hope the rest of the week is better for everybody. It's been a little crazy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.